What is going on, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard at Graybeard Gaming Group. Today is Monday, December 28th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. In today's video, we want to take some time and answer some of the questions you sent us over the weekend in regards to the new global event and really where the game is now and what we can hopefully look forward to in the near future. Now, if you happen to be new to our channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help the channel out. So the first thing we want to talk about today, and easily the most commented subject in regards to the game that we received over the weekend, has to do with the global event, Golden Bullet, and the fact that players are absolutely loving this thing. As of now, this event ends tomorrow, which is really unfortunate because for the first time in a long time, if you go on to the Division's Twitter page, you can see that so many people are responding in the fact that they are really enjoying this game mode right now. I actually put out a tweet last week to the game directly saying, hey, on behalf of so many players, could you please consider extending this thing further than a week? I didn't hear anything back. I didn't expect to, but my suggestion is if you're on Twitter, you should do the same thing. And the reason I say that is this. For some reason with this game, and there's no rhyme or reason when this takes place, but sometimes when enough people express their opinion in regards to something, they seem to make a change. One of the most recent examples I can give is in regards to optimizing your weapons. So if we go back to the PTS, there was a group of people, myself included, who was saying that the cost of optimizing was way, way too high. At that point, the developers did respond, during one of the State of the Games, and they said that, we've looked at the numbers, everything does seem balanced, plus there are other ways for you to farm for things that aren't implemented in the PTS, so once everything's together, you guys should enjoy what's going on. However, once Title Update 12 came out, what happened was everyone, not just on PC, but PlayStation and Xbox, everyone collectively was looking at it going, this is ridiculous, this needs to change, and so many people reached out, that's what made that change happen. So in my opinion, if you're so inclined, reach out via Twitter. A simple statement saying, we love this game mode, please consider extending it is perfect. I mean, you can say Sergeant Graybeard sent me, it's all good, and hopefully that will get them to extend it or bring it back in the season. And one quick reminder as we move on from talking about the global event, since it is scheduled to end tomorrow, none of your stars will roll over to the next one, so make sure any stars you have you spend today because as of tomorrow, they will be taken away. Next, my friends, we want to talk about Ridgeway's Pride and the fact that a lot of you are still reaching out saying you are not having any luck in regards to getting all of the components you need in order to complete that quest. Now, I did a video a little while back on how to get Ridgeway's Pride. I will leave a link in the comment section down below. However, first of all, and this is the most commonly asked question, is you can get this on any difficulty in the game at all. Now, in regards to the components themselves, from what the game has said, each component is locked behind a 20-floor increment. So the body armor you can find between floors 1 through 20, the shoulder pads between 20 through 40, the hunting knife between 40 through 60, the flag patch between 60 and 80, and the dog tags between 80 and 100. Now, as most of you know, you find those components in a cache, which is every 3 floors right before you progress to the next checkpoint. And again, I'm not going to go into all the detail now. I will leave the link down below, but a few issues people are having is that none of these summit keys seem to be dropping on a regular basis. Now, at this point, my friends, I haven't heard anything back in regards to those issues. However, what I did when I was looking for a certain component, let's say if I was looking for, the hunting knife, and I know it's between floors 40 through 60, I would just hit those floors up over and over and over until the actual item dropped. The other way to get this chess piece is if someone drops it for you, which can happen if you have a dedicated group of players, also on matchmaking. So one thing I do is when I start playing, if there's something you're looking for, let the group know so if they happen to get it, they can pass it along. I mean, there are so many times when, for me, I usually do just random matchmaking, but there are so many times at the end of the mission where I have something that I want to hand out to someone and everyone disappears, like right away, they just leave the group. Hang around for a minute, let people know what you need, and hopefully it will be passed along. The next thing we want to talk about, my friends, has to do with exotic weapons and gear, and the fact that the drop rate seems to be about the same as it was before, but again, so many of you have expressed that it needs to be a little bit better. I mean, over the holiday, I would say from, let's say last Thursday through pretty much this morning, a lot of you reached out saying you're still looking for Lady Death, you're still looking for the Bullet King, you've been farming control points and missions and, bounties nonstop, and you cannot get the weapon to drop for you. The other question I get a lot is why doesn't the game bring the raid exclusive items into the general loot pool? From the Eagle Bearer to the Regulus to the Ravenous to, the certain pieces of Foundry that can only be found in the raids itself. Now, you happen to have two different schools of thought when it comes to this issue, and I'm going to cover both. First of all, you have the people, and rightfully so, who have really worked hard to pass the raid. They've gotten these items, and it's something they really feel that should be earned. And on the flip side of that coin, you also have gamers who do not have a dedicated group of people that they play with, on a regular basis, and they feel that if you can matchmake in discovery mode, you should be able to get the exotic items there as well. Now, because the raid has been out for as long as it has, I personally think they should be dropping these items into the general loot pool. However, another option they have is make it a quest like they did for Ridgeway's Pride, because a lot of people want to pick up these things. I mean, if we look at the feedback we've gotten from this global event that's going on right now, if they brought something back to the game where you could get the Eagle Bearer or, the Ravenous or the Regulus, something like that, I personally think it would bring a ton of people back to this thing. Now, at the same time, let's say they don't do that. I want to make sure I express there are so many amazing Discord groups out there that will help you get these items anytime you want to. Now, I know many of you may think, well, I shouldn't have to join an outside group in order to do something in-game. And you know what? In many ways, you're right. But at the same time, I promise you, if you pick the right group, you are going to find so many great gamers out there, and it will totally change your experience. I mean, most of you know I do not have a Discord group, or those of you who have asked, I do not have one, I just haven't put it together, but I've mentioned in the past, Kamikaze Von Doom, Shadow Gaming, they have amazing groups of people who will totally carry you through a raid. And that really holds true for anything in this game. Any exotic you're looking for, or items or gear or whatever, I say join a Discord group, or if you're going to do matchmaking, let them know what you're looking for, and chances are gamers will help you out. On that note, my friends, I think we're going to start to wrap this video up. It's going to be a very busy week here. We're going to do a few news videos, some build videos, and for those of you that were asking, last Thursday, yes, we did put out a build video. There were some audio issues with that, so I will repost that this week. As most of you know, there was no State of the Game for the last few weeks. I'm hoping we get another State of the Game next Wednesday, which I think is the 6th. However, as always, this Wednesday, I will make sure I bring you another news update. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your continued support. You guys are amazing. And like I was saying earlier in the video, this Division 2 community is awesome. So again, if you don't have a Discord group and you've been struggling to get certain things, find a group. There are amazing gamers out there. And that, in my opinion, is why this game is so great. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button. But most importantly, take care, be kind, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.